Good afternoon, Mr. Garner.
Good afternoon.
My name is Luke Evans. I represent Justin Johnson. I've got a few questions for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm not going to ask you what Trayon said, but when you were first asked whether or not you knew whether or not you knew who Trayon traded the Mercedes Benz for, you didn't say Justin Johnson or straight drop.
Yes, sir. It was straight drop cabbage.
Okay, and you started to answer by saying Trayon told me.
Yeah, when we was at the house. When we went to the store, I seen him. I was in the car with him. I seen him at the store.
So you didn't see him at the house?
No, Treon just told us that's who this was when he got in the Infinity with Treon.
Okay. So you're saying that Trayon, you were there, though, no question.
No question.
So how many times have you been interviewed by law enforcement before today?
Too many times.
2 minutes. In relation to this investigation, if that narrows it down any for you, is it still too many times? Or are you just saying one time's too many?
One time, too many.
Sure. Fair enough. So you've at least been interviewed twice, right?
Yes, sir.
And then you even got spoken to right before you came on the stand by the state, correct? And the first time you talked to law enforcement was on November 23rd, 2021 about this. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
And you told this jury today you had no idea that that Mercedes Benz was stolen.
No, sir.
Now that just isn't true. And you know it's not true, right?
I wouldn't been in it if it was stolen.
Okay. What's Trayon do for a living?
I can't tell you
I mean, did he have a job that you knew of where he could afford a Benz?
that. Yes, sir.
He did. What'd he do?
Work at a garbage truck place.
Okay. What? I mean, you weren't with Trayon when he carjacked it a couple of weeks before. I mean, you and him were tight, right?
Yes, sir. If I would have been there, I would have said, no, I wasn't.
You weren't there?
No, sir.
And you just, I mean, how long you known Trayon?
My whole life.
You've known him your whole life.
Yes, sir.
He works at a garbage company,
Yes, sir.
right? He's driving a Benz. How long had he had the Benz?
I can't tell you.
I mean, you hung out with him almost every day, didn't you?
No, sir. You only kind of pick me up when I need a ride.
Did you need a ride the night you say you went over and traded the Benz?
Yes, sir.
Where were you going?
Off Redwood in a mile.
And Trayon was just taking you.
Yes, sir.
Well, what did you think when he was going to trade his nice bought and paid for Mercedes Benz for an Infinity Q40?
This is business. That's what I thought.
Let me ask you this, Kisten. For Trayon and you riding around in this Benz that you thought he bought and paid for, didn't carjack to get it, what did you think when he was riding around with 2 pistols and a Draco in the back?
Texas is Memphis.
Because that's what he had, right? A Draco style assault rifle.
I can't tell. I just know he had some type of weapon.
Well, you called it a Draco when you interviewed with law enforcement.
Yeah, it should be them.
Right, so that's what it was. And some pistols, right?
It was a lot more than that. There was plenty of guns in the car.
And that's what you and Trayon were riding around with.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. At least November 16th, 2021, were you a felon?
No, sir.
What about Trayon?
I can't tell.
You don't know?
No, sir.
Well, when you get to Bradley that night, why do you have to drive the Mercedes?
Those Treon told me to do pump gas and drive it around. And I didn't even know we was going to give it to the truck. I just know when we came around, when I got done pumping gas, we all pulled off, came back around through the store again, and we gave it to him. I ain't know why, I ain't know what he did it for, I just know we gave it to him.
And the only time you've been in the car was that night? That Mercedes?
No, sir.
You've been in it before? How many times?
Twice, 3 times. Just wanted to get the rides when I called Treon.
Okay. What about, did you ever have to get anything out of the trunk for him? Or did you just get in the front seats and, into the passenger seat, in and out?
Yeah, my wallet.
You had to get your wallet out of the trunk?
Yeah, no, it wasn't in the trunk. It was in the car.
Okay. What about the trunk? Did you ever go in the trunk?
No, sir.
Never went in the trunk?
No, sir.
Never touched the trunk?
No, sir.
Do you know, you knew there was tags from multiple states in that trunk of that car, though, right?
No, sir.
You got any change of tags that night?
No, sir.
Okay.
I had no idea what the tag was trying to do. I didn't even know nothing about it. One thing I did was get in the car and go places that I wanted him to take me.
You said you thought Trayon had bought that Mercedes, right?
I didn't say that. I just said I didn't know where he got it from.
I think earlier you said you thought he bought it. He had a job.
Yeah, I just said he had a job. I didn't say he bought it.
Okay.
I said I didn't know where he got it from.
Because you knew him to steal cars too, didn't you?
No, sir.
You didn't tell police that you knew Trayon took a stolen Infiniti and a Challenger?
No, sir. One thing I can say is I told him we had Infiniti. We didn't have no Challenger. I don't know nothing about no Challenger. But
Okay.
where did he come in?
So, if the police have a report from your interview that says that, they just got it wrong.
Yeah, it seemed like.
Okay. Now, when you first got interviewed by the cops in this case, you told them you'd never been in that Mercedes, right?
One time I told him I'd never been in the Mercedes when Dolph died. I didn't have no idea what happened. I told him I was in the Mercedes, but just wanted to get a ride. That's all I told him.
All right. You didn't tell them, what about Valero? They asked you if you'd ever been to Valero.
And they showed me the pictures of me at Valero. That's when I told them that's where, when the day we gave it the drop.
All right. But before they showed you that picture, you said you had never been at the gas station, Valero gas station at Highland.
I didn't even want to tell them nothing really, because I didn't have no dealing with it.
You even were shown a picture of yourself pumping gas and said you didn't know who that person was, right?
Yes, sir.
You were asked earlier if you knew, you say that it's Justin Johnson got that Mercedes. You said, did you ever know why Justin Johnson was getting the Mercedes, or Straight Drop was getting? You said no, right?
Yes, sir.
But that's not what you told the police when you were interviewed again on November 29, 2001. Right.
Interrogated me.
And during your questioning, interrogation, whatever you want to call it, you told them that Drop said he needed the Mercedes Benz to slide up on his baby mama.
That's what the comment was when he got it for sure.
All right. So earlier you said you were asked directly, did he ever tell you why he needed it, why he wanted it, what he was going to do with it?
That was the comment he made.
Okay. So he, according to you, he did tell you.
He didn't tell me that just the comment that was made. I wasn't in none of their business. I don't know now one of them, so I wasn't in their business. I was just sitting in the car doing what I was doing.
And this person you're saying straight drop during this interaction, what did you see him do at Valero?
Get in the car. When we got there, we got some gas. After we got some gas, we were trailed in the Audi and the Infiniti and the Benz. When we got done getting some gas, we rolled out. We came back through the store lot at the air pump, and that's when we traded cars.
Now, after you heard Dolph got killed, you called Trayon, right?
No, sir.
You didn't?
I was with Trayon the day Dolph got killed. He dropped me off, and we asked him, did he have anything to do with Dolph being dead? Because if he did, we're not going to be around him. That's simple.
Well, you told detectives that you had a conversation with Trayon after the homicide and stated that you called him.
No, sir.
That's not true?
I was with him on the day of. He dropped me off in Raleigh and then Infiniti.
All right. And you told Trayon, according to what you told them at the time, that people were trying to put your name in as one of the shooters in Dolph's murder.
Yeah, that was for sure.
When was this conversation?
The day after. The
Day
day after
after?
me recognizing that Dolph was dead, and the day after that we recognized that the car we were just in that had something to do with Dolph.
And you already knew the day after he's killed, that people are putting your name in it.
It's my family. Like they know what car we were just in. Like
Who's your family? When you say your family,
Dolph people, like Dolph, like they're my family.
Can you explain that to me a little bit more? Are they your blood relatives?
Yes, sir.
How are y'all related?
Cousins.
Okay. And you're saying the family would have known that you were driving around in that white Mercedes?
Yes, sir.
How would they have known that?
We was calling them, letting them know when we got the van.
You called Dolph's family.
No,
Who?
we called people that were related.
Who'd you call?
I can't tell.
What do you mean you can't tell? You don't know?
They're not in it.
Who'd you call?
Can't tell. Trayon did all the calls.
I thought you just said you called them. They're your family.
They is. But Trayon did all the calls.
But why is he calling Dolph's family?
He trying to get it. He trying to get the car going.
Why would Dolph's family know how to get the car going?
It ain't just Dolph family. There was plenty of people that we were trying to get the car to.
Well, you just said it was Dolph's family. Who you were calling. That's who we're talking about, Mr. Gardner.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you stole a car, and back again. You said earlier you didn't even know the car was stolen.
Why you keep saying I stole the car?
Why are you trying to get the car gone if you didn't steal it?
I didn't steal it, but Trayon was trying to get the car going.
So Trayon stole it.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Why is he trying to get rid of the car? If he bought it.
I can't tell you, and I didn't say he bought it. I didn't know where he got it from.
So you're in a car, however Trayon got it, that you're calling, you say, Dolph's family, before he's killed, to try to get rid of the car, for whatever reason.
It was way, way before Dolph was even in the thing dealing with Dolph. Like, we've been trying to get the car down. Like, it was way before that. It didn't have nothing to do the day of, the day after, the day before, none of it. It was way before when he picked me up. The first time he picked me up, he was trying to get the car going. I didn't get in his business. It's not my business. I'm just getting in here to get a ride.
What's way before? Let's start there. It was way before Dolph was killed.
Yeah,
How far before?
about a week or two.
All right, and you're saying that's way before.
Yes.
But Trayon, according to you, is calling Dolph's family. And Trayon's not related to Dolph too, is he?
It's just not Dolph family. You gotta realize everybody grew up with each other. So everybody know everybody. It's Memphis. Everybody know everybody.
Well,
Sorry.
I'll let you finish.
He got done calling them, and they didn't want to get it, they didn't have nothing to do with it. So, man, I guess he did what he did and gave it a drop. I don't know. I can't tell you why he gave him, what he did it for.
But you're concerned immediately when Dolph ends up murdered, because you know that you or Trayon, one of the two of you, has reached out to Dolph's family and tried to unload a white Mercedes, right? Which is in the video, driving away.
My fault, but why you keep saying it was just Dolph's family? Like I told you, it was multiple people he was trying to sell the car to.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
That's what you said. You won't tell us who it was. I've asked you that too.
I wouldn't do that. That has nothing to do with me.
You said
here to talk about me giving the car to the truck. I ain't have nothing to do with all those stuff.
Unfortunately, you don't get to pick and choose, Mr. Garner, on what you answer and what you don't. The judge gets to decide that, not you.
Yes, sir.
And you're concerned in the day after, because maybe not the only people, but you've interacted, as you said, a lot of people, some of which were your family, which you've identified as Dolph's family, with that car, and your name is in it, right? Same car that's got, as luck would have it, a Draco in it and two pistols. At least, you said a bunch, but at least 2 pistols, right?
There's a lot of weapons.
And you're immediately concerned, right? Because you think, oh no.
Now, when Dolph died, and I seen that Mercedes on the news, of course, man, who not finna call them if I'm in this car and they just did shit like, I ain't finna act like I didn't out here. Yeah, I called them.
Well, you called them because somebody said you were involved.
It's multiple people I called, like, yeah, like, what's going on, like, and me not knowing about it, like, why I'm in this car, like, y'all put me in something that I don't even supposed to be in, really.
And this was the day after.
Yes.
This is before you ever even come on the scene. Like, you're not picked up by law enforcement yet. You're not talking to the cops. That doesn't happen to
This
you.
came, man, right after Dolph died, like, it came a couple days after, like, so it was none of it. I already knew that I was gonna get picked up regardless. As soon as I said that, I got picked up for nothing.
And started lying right then, right? Trying to hide your involvement.
It's Dolph, like, I wouldn't want to be in it, like, knowing I ain't got nothing to do with it. There wasn't no lie, it was for real, like, I ain't have nothing to do with it, it ain't no lie. I don't. So why would I go tell them something that I don't have nothing to do with? I don't have nothing to do with it.
Mr. Gardner, we've learned today you've had quite a bit to do.
How is it?
That's all the questions I've got.
All right.
Redirect.
I've got no further questions.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.